Thank you. You know, it's always wonderful to be here.
And our Mufasa, our father, thou art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Mike Jones is in the building.
By Kingdom Jones.
Thy Kingdom Jones.
The Black Hammer.
I got a belt in today. Well, not today, technically yesterday. And this isn't really like a fresh unboxing. I kind of lied. All right, this isn't really like, this is a repeat, I should say. Yes, Jones, go ahead.
Is it a new box?
It's a new box, yes.
It is a new belt, right?
It's a new belt, yes.
So it's fresh.
It's
okay. What everybody else says.
Thank you, Jones. Thank you, Jones. Thank you for making me feel better.
Some people in the hobby.
Thank you. Platinum. What's up, man? How are you? And Bonkers. What's good? So let's I'm gonna show it to you now. Hold on. I couldn't resist. It came in this. You guys know what this box is.
Say you should,
all right?
You should recognize that box.
I don't want to show my address. Hold on.
You have an address?
Yeah,
I already cut the tape open.
5309.
How much do those cost? I'm trying to get one of those.
What'd you say, Jones?
I'm trying to get an address. How much do those cost?
Bro, chill.
He lives in Area 51. Parts unknown.
Now,
I can't afford
as you all recall, I bought one of these back when it first dropped for pre-order. It was $600, right? I think that's what it was when it first came out. 600,
700.
Was it $700? $700. I think. I don't know.
$750.
And then I ended up selling it. Sold it for $1,200.
Yeah, because we had it when it came out for $700. We had Dan McMahon on.
Yeah.
Because everybody kept calling, you know, the price is too high.
40 cents a tin.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
but then it sold out. And no one could get one. Then it's back on sale again. They just dropped it on Pro Wrestling Tees. $600. So bought one for $6, let's just say $7. Sold it for $12. Made a good $600 profit. Repurchased it for $600. If I do say so myself, I made out pretty good.
Well, initially two for the price of one.
You know what I'm saying? I made out pretty well. So basically, I got one for free.
I missed the boat on it. I need to, when it pops up on sale again, I got to grab it.
I mean, in my opinion, it's well worth the $5.99. You know, it's highly detailed. There's a lot of jewels on it. The leather looks great. I'm a fan of this belt. But when someone offered me $1,200, I couldn't resist. Let's see. Our Canadian hero, Panetta. This new belt day better be a belt around your waist, Vinny. We all want to see your Mandy Rose in person. Wow. Thank you, Panetta. My Shawn Michaels.
I think he deserves an inshallah.
Oh, you know what? We were just talking about that, weren't we? Do I still have that? I don't think I have it. If not,
Joey can sing it.
I don't think I have it, bro. Oh, I don't have it. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Do not come.
No.
I'm gonna come.
I got those.
Classic.
Yeah, I don't have Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Sing in your Newman Ali voice, Joey.
I gotta re-download it.
Inshallah.
I gotta find it again. But anyway.
Inshallah, baby.
I am so glad that let me see. Stone suck on it. Yo, Richard. Richard.
Dick.
Okay. I'll
Richard.
I thought you didn't need a stoner, you know, for belts.
Technically, I'll put it this way.
Speak, King.
The stones on the belt I've seen in an arena when Kenny Omega was carrying the replica that was on leather.
They shine bright.
It twinkled very well. However, you can't beat Richard's restoning.
Now that he's in that Moissanite game.
No,
I'm
but
just
wait.
saying.
When he's saying stones suck on it, does he mean the actual stones that come with it, or does he mean the process of stoning it sucks?
No, he means he wants you.
He wants
to
it.
send
He
the
wants your
belt.
business. He wants your business. Fucking Richard Simpson.
But if you stoned your other belts,
He is the best.
I would say you should also stone that.
He is the best in the game. I will
You need
say.
some continuity, unlike what's going on in most of the world right now. But
Yeah, you do.
Oh, didn't Avatar drop today?
who?
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
No,
The new Avatar? Oh, it drops tomorrow. Okay.
It's out.
Yeah,
now.
but you can go to the theater to see it now, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up.
Let me see. All right, so far there are some reviews in for Avatar: The Way of Water.
It's gonna flop.
Let's see. There are 223 critics reviews in. It's at 80%.
It is out.
Audience score
That's
50
what
plus
matters.
verified 91%. Now it's early. It is early.
It
Now
can
this
have
film
100% across the board, and I'm still not going to see it when it comes on on cable.
But this film has to hit what, 2 billion to
Yeah,
break
just to break even.
to break even. The new Avatar has to hit $2 billion. That ain't happening, bro.
Dude, that's fucking nuts. That's
Not
like,
in this day and age because movies are only out in theaters for like a couple weeks and then they go to Peacock, HBO Max.
And I was telling you guys when the first Avatar dropped, however many years ago, was it 10 years ago? 3D was like the new wave, right? 3D was just gaining steam, especially in the theaters. Like 3D was like, if you want to experience 3D, you go see Avatar. That's what kind of made it its thing.
It was the first of its kind.
Yeah. I mean, now listen, don't get me wrong. The movie is visually outstanding. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Every good word there is, you can use for that. But when you wait 10 fucking
2009.
years,
2009.
2009, bro.
December
2009.
2009.
Dude, when you're waiting 13, 14 years to drop a sequel and you expect it to do better.
Is that kind of like Rocky Balboa
So-
and Rocky 5?
Well, no, Rocky 5 was not difficult to beat.
so just to put this in perspective, right?
$2
I just
billion.
looked this No. So Avatar 1, they're over the lifetime of the movie. You said it came out in 2009?
Yeah,
Grossed $2.9 billion.
billion. Yeah.
Yes,
Over
with
the
the B.
lifetime.
Over the lifetime. Second place, Avengers Endgame at $2.7 billion.
Which are
It's
much
not going to
shorter
touch the
lifetime.
top. It's not going to top 100. It's just not.
You know how normally you could tell when there's a buzz for something. You hear people talking about it. You see it all over the TV. You see all over the trailers. You see it marketed with games or sports events. I've seen nothing about Avatar 2. Nothing.
promotes-
I've seen one
It promotes
trailer.
itself.
And what's crazy is that James Cameron, now listen, I love the guy. He's made some fantastic movies, but man, oh man, I think he has brain damage from being in the water too long, making this stupid movie. Because he said this. He goes, listen, Avatar 2 is very long, right? But you could take a bathroom break whenever you want, because when you come back to the theater to see it again, you'll see the part that you missed. That's what he said. How long is this movie? This is over 3.5 hours.
Bro, I thought
3
Avengers
hours,
was
no,
long.
3 hours and 12 minutes is the exact running time. So that means it's probably a good 20 minutes of 20 to 30
Commercials?
minutes of previews. So,
You're there for 4.5 hours. By the time you get there, get your popcorn,
it's about 4 hours. You're right.
you
Yeah.
see.
I mean, the budget. Never mind. That's the first one.
Look at the I want to know the budget.
I'll tell you.
For some reason, I have
The
it's
budget
yeah.
was between 350 and 400 million.
So so why does it need? Okay, so the budget is $400 million. Are you sure that it needs to hit $2 billion to break even?
No, I think or
to beat the first one?
I think like you want it. I'm gonna put it. You want it to get where the first one was at.
Yeah.
Because okay, I'll give you a perfect example. The Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Batman Returns. Batman Returns did amazing box office numbers.
Uh-huh.
But people called it a failure because it didn't beat the original Batman.
Yeah. See.
Yeah, it's the validity in it. It's what it is.
To
$2
me,
billion's the number.
If you make enough money to beat the cost of the film, and say I don't think it's going to do Avatar 1 numbers, right? But if the movie hits $1 billion, I mean that license is a third one, in my opinion.
But
if it's making that kind of money,
looking at this list of what hits $1 billion, it's not. I don't want to say difficult.
I mean, it is 13 years later.
It is 13 years later, but you look at a movie like.
Every fucking Marvel movie they put out, they make money, right?
Finding Dory hit $1 billion.
Wow.
Toy Story 4 hit $1 billion.
But Avatar 1 hit $2 billion.
But I think those
right?
ever
$2 billion.
since COVID happened, they changed everything.
Yeah, but if you look at the top, let's go the top 6, right? Avatar's 2.9 billion is the highest. Endgame is 2.7 billion. Titanic's 2.2 billion. Star Wars episode The Force Awakens is 2 billion. Infinity War Avengers is 2 billion.
So the big boys are 2 billion. They're all
Spider-Man
2 billion or more.
Spider-Man No Way Home is 1.9 billion.
And shout out to Titanic. Yo, shout out to Titanic, bro. Titanic is my shit.
Titanic was ruined for me this week.
Titanic is the shit.
It's ruined.
Why?
Have you seen whoever did the face swap with Arnold Schwarzenegger for the painting?
Yeah.
I want to be painted.
Jack, I want you to draw me like one year.
look at my boobies. Aren't they great boobies? Bro, it is completely ruined now.
By the way, guys, if you want to, just so you know that the AEW belt is still available to purchase. I'm gonna put the link in chat.
Is it on sale?
It's still regular price right now.
I need that on sale price.
It's still regular price. Looking at $7.99. $7.99.
Avatar 3 is tentatively scheduled to be released in 2024.
I think they filmed it already.
It's not finished.
Avatar 3?
It's not finished.
I think they're doing 5 of them.
See, I never seen the first one.
Don't.
But I remember when the first one came out, everybody was like, yo, this is the best movie ever made. I think it's because of that 3D effect. You never really seen that before.
It was a new experience.
It was new, so everybody was in awe of this. Like, yo, imagine if this is like in the future, the way we're going to live.
I caught bits and pieces, just wasn't my thing.
Justin says, if the film's box office revenue is double the film's budget, I consider it a box office success, of course. You know, you always want to make money.
You want to watch a movie with avatars? Watch Ready Player One.
That's a good movie, bro.
Good evening, brother.
Yo, I
That's
like
a good
Gamer.
movie.
You ever seen Gamer?
That's another good movie.
Oh, the way he controls him.
Oh,
See, those are good
boy.
movies.
Let's see.
I even like that movie, Real Steel, with the robots, the boxing robots. I liked it. It was a good movie.
I'm not going to say it was better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be complete and utter trash, and it was
for the style of movie it was.
Yeah.
I can watch it over a sandwich.
And don't forget the restoning special by Richard Simpson.
$150. $150.
$125
I heard
if you act now.
It's $29.99 if you act now.
all right. I'll be sending my bill tomorrow.
He's using moissanite stones.
Use promo code Moissanite Stones to save an additional 10% off.
Isn't Chucky in this Ready Player One?
You've
Yes.
never seen Ready Player
I've
One?
never seen. That's Steven Spielberg, right?
Yes.
That's
It
Steven
touches
Spielberg?
everything.
Dude,
Let me
you'll
see
get
your
a
shirt,
kick out of
Jones.
it.
Let me see your shirt. I see you. Just
Bro,
announced
I can't
Scream
wait.
6.
I can't wait. I love the Scream movies.
Scream 6. I'm gonna check it out. It's takes place in New York. It reminded me of Jason Goes to New York or whatever.
Manhattan takes
Yeah,
Manhattan.
Is that what it was? What was it
That's
called?
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
The cruise boat, huh? They
Yeah.
were on the cruise
That's
boat. Yeah.
my favorite Jason movie, man. When he knocks the puncher's head off the top of the building.
Yeah, when they're going, hey, give them fellas some credit, bro. He
This
teed up against
motherfucker, Jason, is running through New York City, killing everyone. Not one
Yes, he
cop in
should.
sight.
What are they going to do?
Not one cop.
No,
What are they
what
really
about
gonna do?
my favorite part of the whole movie is when he knocks over the boombox and then he lifts up the mask and then the dudes are like, whoa, and then he puts it back on.
Some terrible movies, but so good. They're so bad, they're good.
Kills the teacher in the raw sewage when he dumps him upside down.
I'll tell you what wasn't good though. Did you guys see the documentary? Who saw the Vince McMahon? The documentary of all documentaries, the one you can't miss.
So if anybody came out of that documentary that is a wrestling fan that was like perplexed about the life and times of Vince, I didn't know about the sexual abuse as a child.
Yeah.
But everything else, Joe, it was actually a gentle Dark Side of the Ring.
It was literally like, I told Joey this. I was like, if you knew nothing about Vince McMahon or what he's done or anything about the man and his history, this is a perfect documentary for you. You know, it pretty much goes over everything, but there was really nothing new, you know, and this was something that they were pushing towards, you know, wrestling fans, especially Dark Side of the Ring fans. But I didn't know. I agree with you, Ethan. I didn't know about the sexual abuse when Vince was a child. I didn't know that.
Which makes sense now if you look at it in hindsight, the way he kind of devalues women and just pays them off and just does their thing. You know, he all can throw, you know, it's all got a parallel to it. But I genuinely thought this Dark Side was going to be like, yo, they got the chicks that he was paying off.
Yeah, Vice is going to go all out. They opened it with Vince didn't want to be a part of this shit. We asked Vince to be a part of this documentary. He said no. I was like, nice. They're dropping some dirt. Right?
But isn't this only part one?
I don't know, because you better come out swinging if this is your opening doc. You know, you better come out with some shit we don't know.
You literally pulled nobody in. 0 people.
The one referee that he supposedly, you know, assaulted in the 80s. We knew about that. I didn't know he was assaulted.
I knew about that.
I didn't know that. But it was multiple times. Supposedly, allegedly by his mother.
Once. It's usually not once.
You know, but by his, I didn't know it was by his mother.
Yeah, he lived in a trailer.
Wow.
He's
Down
a
by the
true
river.
Southern boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But, like,
still.
If 20 minutes in watching this, I was like, this is the most overhyped documentary.
It was super overhyped.
They
bro.
took every clips of every Dark Side of the Ring episode and combined it into one.
It's like her
if you're-
greatest hits.
You knew everything, like the steroid trial. Okay, we saw that. You know, I love how, you know, they put it in the top right corner. From Dark Side of the Ring, steroid trial, you know. Then
Yeah.
you go over the Montreal screw job, and then the Owens death. And then stuff now. And then going the Attitude Era and going publicly traded company. This is all stuff we knew. You didn't bring us nothing that we haven't seen or heard of before.
I want to know who the fuck he's banging now. Who's Vince smashing now?
I don't give a damn.
Who's he taking
we've
to the
seen-
back of his limo while he's got this free time and just smashing?
We've seen those videos of him coming out of his birthday party
Yeah,
with
sloshed.
chicks and bro.
In his
Let the
big
man live.
blue dinosaur shoes, man. I want to know where'd he take his girl to? You know? What position's he still doing? I want to know that kind of shit.
Well, I mean, he is trying to, you know,
I need the dirt.
get back into the business.
Come on, you're Vice. You need some dirt, man. So Vince McMahon, okay.
But
They dropped this documentary and the timing's funny.
I'll tell you this. It was 2 hours long, so I was expecting something.
I fell asleep.
I was disappointed in Vice because I was a big Vice fan. I literally watched Vice report. They tracked down a dude that was selling nuclear weapons on the fucking black market. And you couldn't tell me one thing that I didn't already know about Vince McMahon.
Yo, I'm sure this man, bro, listen, I'm sure this man can still get it up, bro. He's got Blue Chew.
I was saying that's why they invented Viagra, bro.
He's got everything, bro, because this man, he's got a lot of time on his hands, and he's single and ready to mingle.
He's using testosterone.
He's snorting Viagra rails off that hooker's ass. Bro.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
It's going hard.
Shout out to the man.
We always were doing that at 77 or however old he is.
He's got it. What is he, 70-something years old?
Just about 80.
He walks like he's 100. He has the Hunchback of Notre Dame on him.
You see his face? Like,
yo, this man, Vince McMahon has Blue Chew Slurpees. This man is that's his first thing in the morning. Mix a little Blue Chew, little strawberries, little blueberries. Put that shit in the mixer. Starts his day out.
he's like,
6
Give me
a.m.
that recipe.
This is the genetic check.
Hard as a rock.
You're hard.
No chance it'll be soft. No chance.
You're hard.
You ever think about poor Linda on the bottom of that, though?
Well, they're not together no more.
Linda,
when
listen, bro.
they were together, though?
Linda, let me be. Linda doesn't give a fuck.
No, sure, but there was a point she did.
Linda, listen, she probably gave a fuck 30 years ago.
Oh, here's one thing. How old was he when he met her? I remember she was 13. He was what, 17? 18?
Oh, he got married young.
That's a little messed up.
Yeah,
He was like,
she was 14 years old.
13.
Little EDP right there.
Jesus. But back then, that's like okay. Back in the day, if your parents agreed, you get married, the family agrees. Back then, that's law. It was a different time. You can get married at 14, 15 years old as long as the parents approve of it. Kind of like, that's in some parts of the country, you have to give their daughter away. Same thing. So, I mean, they've been together forever, bro. I'm sure he was tired of Linda after Shane. He's like, you know what? It's the same shit, different day.
And you look at it, dude, going through the 90s, you go through the Ho Trains and the Sunnies and the... Bro, there isn't a guy watching right now that just wouldn't have 12 STDs and a whole lot of stories.
I can imagine. How many women Vince McMahon has been with that we don't know about? To even just say, like, you know what, sweetheart, meet me in a hotel. We'll discuss a possible future for you. How many of those that didn't even get on the roster?
See, Tiger Woods is always my go-back for this, right? You look at a guy like Tiger Woods. We thought up until a certain point, laced up, collared guy, no issues, and you like, yo, he's just trolling the Waffle Houses.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I appreciate it.
Now, but Doy, listen, I don't know where you get your information here. Okay? I don't know if you have experience with Miss Linda. But for some reason, I agree with this.
Oh,
she has the nice suits, nice and proper. Where's all that energy go when she gets home? Where's all the energy? She got to let it out somehow.
She's one of those chicks that in her 20s, 30s, maybe mid 40s, up until that whole menopause thing hits, she was probably a freak. And then that's when Vince was like, yo, you raised the bar here. Yeah. Now you're here. So bye. Just saying.
I'm sure at some point they've tried different things to keep it.
Bro, inshallah, bro.
They try to keep things going, but I mean, Vince was a dirty man. He was an animal. I'm sure Linda held on as long as she could. She did the best she could. But once after that Attitude Era hit, bro.
I'm sure he told Hunter, let me show you some tricks on about Stephanie.
You son of a bitch.
So this man, 77, wants to come back. Yeah, I don't think they're officially divorced. They're just separated. They're not fucking around with the money.
It's like Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're not fucking around with the money.
They're just.
I still think Gene Simmons has the best situation. Not married, been with the girl for like 30 something
because he's with what's her face, right? She was she did the softcore stuff, right? What's her name? I know her name. Shit, she was Showtime.
When we talk
Shannon Tweed?
softcore, is this Skinamax?
This is Skinamax. Yeah, she was the queen of Skinamax back in like the 90s.
The queen of Skinamax.
Yeah.
Yes, she was.
Now that's a lot of music. There's music and just slight moans. Nothing crazy.
There was a lot
no
of
screaming,
love making to myself.
An essential, an occasional moan with some nice saxophone. Kenny G.
They've been together for like 35 years, 35, 40 years, 35 years. Not married, but been together.
Linda, a freak though. Eric Bischoff had a storyline where he wanted to sleep with her.
You're talking about Shannon Tweed?
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Yeah, here it is. Chacon says, I was in love with Shannon Tweed when I was younger. Yo, give me a picture of Shannon Tweed, bro. Who is this?
There was another chick that was Queen of Skinamax. I can't
Shannon
remember her name.
Tweed was a softcore Sharon Stone. Oh,
yes.
My goodness. Love me some Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone in Indecent. Or what was that movie? She the lake cross with?
Bro. Casino, bro.
Oh, Casino for sure, bro.
Casino, Basic Instinct.
You know what made Casino unbelievable for me? Was when Joe Pesci's like consoling her and like he's got Sharon Stone right there, and then he just grabs the back of her head. He's just like, "Yo, it's Joe Pesci, bro."
Yeah, it's
like,
Joe Pesci.
I want to suspend reality a little bit, but I can't.
Hold on, where's Shannon Tweed here? Is that how you say it? Shannon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shannon Tweed.
She's a gorgeous lady.
This was, oh my goodness, I see now. She's had a lot of work done.
Yeah. That's like Jenna Jameson.
Your typical blonde porn star.
Dude, you're Shannon Tweed in the 90s.
Yeah, she's pretty. I think Sharon Stone's hotter. That's just me.
I would. So if I had a three of them, so like I have one that I think is just. I'm a big Charlize Theron person, so like I think she's just as sexy as they come.
She's absolutely beautiful.
I think she's classically
it's her eyes. It's the eyes.
She's classically one of the most beautiful ladies you'll ever see.
Even in Monster.
Yeah, dude, I smash.
She's still beautiful.
Oh.
Because the potential to know what she looks like.
No, I'm going to tell you.
We all have potential, bro.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you the movie you need to watch with her.
Come on, bro.
Okay? And this will change your life about her.
Who? Who are you talking about?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron.
Okay, it's called... Where is it? Hold on.
What's this movie?
I'll tell you.
Let me know.
Long Shot.
Long Shot.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
Okay.
Charlize Theron, Long Shot.
Oh, okay. And she's in there with Seth Rogen.
2019. Here it is.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen she's an alkie, right?
No, she's like in the like politics office. So there's a scene in the movie where they're like kind of like hooking up because she used to be his babysitter.
100%, bro.
She used to be his babysitter, so they're hooking up. She gets on the bench. She has a dress on, and she pulls it up. She's like, I want you to fuck me from behind and spank my ass. Yo, I've never seen Charlize Theron like that before.
I appreciate the forwardness. Like, I'm one of those dudes that's like, yo, I'm one of those dudes that's just like, I'm stupid when it's like, when it comes to science. Just say what you need to say. Like,
I'm telling you, when you watch that movie and she says that, man, you got to rewind it. Like, did she just say that?
But that was like Halle Berry
Theron.
Monster
Listen,
Ball,
Charlize Theron is one of those women that even if she looks like the way she looks in Monster, you
Yo,
You do it.
I'll tell you
get it
somebody who
done.
doesn't age. Jennifer Aniston.
You get it done.
So
Right,
have
Jones?
any of you guys seen? He talks about Jennifer Aniston. Have any of you guys seen a movie called Management?
No. Wait, Angela Bassett? Is that how you say it?
Bassett.
Well, I'm gonna
Angela
take
Bassett is 64.
I'm gonna take a phrase from Randall, homie, miss you, Randall. Black don't crack, bro. You got good girls like Angela Bassett.
Ooh.
Bro.
Oh, wait, I know who this is.
Come on.
I know who this is. She got it. Yeah. She's in okay. Wakanda Forever. Let's go.
That's the same thing with Halle Berry.
I still hit.
Halle Berry and Monsters Ball.
She wants you to make her feel good.
Yo, I got that elixir, bro.
All right, well, let me jump to this. Here we go. So Vince McMahon.
Yo, we went off on a little try.
Here's Vinny.
It's all right. Sorry.
Vince McMahon is supposedly once back in. Now, y'all say, how? He already retired, right? Doesn't matter. Because according to Dave Meltzer, Vince is the majority shareholder. He owns the most voting power. He does not own 50% of the stock, but he does own probably close to 80% of the voting power. If it was a private company, he could be in tomorrow. But because it's a public company, the board of directors have to make decisions. Their job is to look out for the company, and they may very well believe and probably do that Vince coming back would not be the best thing, of course. Because the allegations are public, if he came back, there would definitely be issues with some sponsors, even perhaps Fox and USA. It would be a big risk, right? Another key thing with the story is that because he wants to come back, that company is not being sold. It can't be sold because if it's sold, then he has no voting power. If it's sold, he's never coming back. And obviously, as long as he wants to come back, he will not sell the company. So interesting quotes from Dave Meltzer from Pro Wrestling Observer.
So, question. Him coming back, right? We'll suspend reality and be like, yo, he's really going to come back, right?
Say they approve it. I don't know how they do it, but they approve it, and he's back on Monday.
Doesn't that put like a very weird taste in the talent's mouth? Because you just fired Mandy Rose over a half a nipple, little 3/4 nip slips coming out, and you fire her over that, but you let Vince back in that's paying chicks $5 million for.
To me, this is beyond Mandy Rose, right? This is beyond half the roster that they just rehired back. Was gone because of Vince.
I agree, it's beyond Mandy Rose, but again, though, if you can't say it's through the court of public opinion because there's no consistency in the court of public opinion. You suspend Riddle for cocaine, but you fire her for. And it's not the first offense, though. They don't suspend on the first offense. So, I mean, he's riding the white pony over there with the scooter.
Let's see.
Actually, I'm going to have to jump in there.
Go for it, Jones.
Due to the way the policy is written, you're supposed to be suspended on the first one. You're supposed to also be suspended on the second one. Neither one of these have been announced publicly, though.
Uh-huh.
So that's the issue. Matt Riddle does have a history of being suspended from promotions.
Uh-huh.
Even though the past one was just for marijuana. WWE no longer tests for marijuana. So if he is suspended for a substance, it is something far greater than marijuana.
Cocaine. Molly. Remember that episode we did with the text messages?
Yeah.
With that chick? You're talking cocaine and all that. Yeah, of course. It's cocaine.
Who's gonna sit here and not believe that
Cocaine.
Riddle's not riding the white pony, bro? I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not faulting the guy,
that man
bro.
going to town on the that man is going to town.
I'm not going to say what he did or not because nobody knows right now. The report's not out. I don't know. It could be maybe like a different kind of drug, like maybe like a steroid, something like that, he could have been suspended for. Nobody knows right now. With the Vince thing, here's the issue. Like, you know, there's reports that he's telling people, yo, I was given bad advice. This is getting blown over. But there's also reports that everybody in WWE doesn't want him back because the moral and everything is up and it's really good. And in Vince's mind, I think he's a little jealous of that.
Oh,
It's eating at him very much that WWE is thriving without him.
He's 1,000% jealous that WWE didn't fall on his face the second he left.
Yep.
That's 100% ego.
Now he's sitting there and he's like, this motherfucker Nick Khan told me that it's time for me, it'd be better for the company if I left, blah, blah, blah. Now they're doing documentaries about me. If there were public issues about me or public perception issues, why are they making documentaries? I'm going back. Fuck that shit.
But here's the thing.
That's what I could see Vince doing.
I'll tell you this. This is a very good point. Everything that has came out about Vince, steroids and stuff, he came back with it, right? Uh-huh. He spoke about it. He's never spoke about this. He's never tried to fight it. Because it's true. He's never tried to fight any of this. The stuff before, he's fought it. But the sexual allegations and all this stuff that has came out the past 5-6 months, he hasn't fought it.
No, I mean, there's really not much to say.
I'll play the devil. I'll play let's go the other way on this, right? Vince comes back, whatever. Let's just not suspend reality and say that Vince's vision of the company and Vince's direction of the company is not where it needs to be in 2022, and he doesn't need to come back. He's lost whatever he had in the 80s and 90s, and he doesn't deserve a place anymore. That's the way I feel.
He's lost sanity. He's too old, man. He's way too fucking old.
His little recipe that he had in the 80s and 90s, it just doesn't work in
He's completely out of touch with, pop culture and what's cool and what's not. He's just too fucking old, man. He's so rich that he doesn't have to be out there in the real world to feel it, to see what's going on, to see what's hot, to see what's trending. It doesn't matter to him. WWE was like his little toy. It was like his action figures, and he would just do whatever he wanted.
It's hard to let go of your baby.
100%. I mean, of course he misses it. We knew he would miss this shit because this is all it was. But, bro, you can't come back.
This is all he knows.
But who knows? He may fight to come back, bro. It's Vince McMahon.
But at 77, though, and this is not, I don't want to sound morbid, but, he's one stress attack away from fucking killing over.
Yeah.
Let's just be real about it. And so at some point you have to, just logic has to overweigh ego at some point.
I think his ego is way too big, bro.
Oh, agreed.
Imagine Triple H has to tell Vince no. Yeah, he ain't telling Vince no. He's not going to be the one to do it.
I can see a lot of wrestlers, some
Stephanie
of them
ain't going to do it.
Some of them, if somehow he ever got back, okay, he was able to swindle his way back, which I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
But if somehow it did, I could see maybe 30% of the roster will be like, yeah, Vince is back. Woo, hey, Pops, how you doing? Yeah. I bet you the other half, 70%, is going to be like, yo, I want out right now.
NXT, the whole NXT roster, we're out.
That's the other thing I was going to say. Let's just say Vince, for some whatever reason, the fucking moon's align, and Vince comes back tomorrow. What percentage of the roster walks?
They can't.
I don't know if they walk, but a lot of them would just be like,
they'll want out, but they can't walk.
What percentage of the roster wants out?
80%, I'm thinking 70 to 80%.
No, the question is, how many does he let go? Vince, he would let half of them go. That's it, dude. Honestly, bro, I don't see him coming back.
I wouldn't even put him on TV. You can't do it with these allegations.
You can't.
Because if you do that, you're going to be losing way more than. It's just too detrimental.
Imagine NFL in 90. When did the OJ murder happen? 94?
90.
Say early 90s.
Wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Say OJ's on trial. Okay, and the NFL brung him into a commentary booth to talk about the game of football.
Yeah.
Imagine that. That's what it would kind of be like.
And now they're even more sensitive. You know, now in today's culture, you got to be extra careful, right? Vince McMahon, even if he is cleared, right? He did nothing. Say he did nothing illegal. Doesn't matter. It's perception. It's optics. That's what all these sponsors care about. They don't give a fuck what's legal or illegal. They care about what are people saying on social media about this shit.
But the big thing to me is that the fact that he's not even fighting this, like he did the steroid trials and then everything else.
Very telling.
It tells you a lot.
Yeah.
That he's not even trying to countersue them. Even.
So we'll see. Only time can tell. Only time will tell about this Vince thing. I have a feeling Vince is telling people he wants to come back. He's bored out of his fucking mind. He had his fun. He saw the shit started. And it's funny in the article that Wall Street Journal put out saying that Vince told people that he wants to come back and then 2 more new allegations come out.
Because
Stephanie's like, release 2 more. Here, go on.
This will technically be the first WrestleMania without Vince.
Technically, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean.
The last one, he got stunned.
Yeah. He tried.
He tried his best, you know. But yeah, this will be the first one without him, man. WrestleMania, what, 40? Where we at?
Well, he got stunned after he beat the shit out of
39?
Pat.
40s in Philly.
Yeah.
Remember, he got stunned after he beat the shit out of Pat McAfee.
Yeah, another big thing hit the news, bro. Mandy Rose released, and it was swift. It was quick. Right after she dropped the title, what was it, to Roxanne Perez?
Yep.
Roxanne Perez. Now, apparently or allegedly, that change was made same day. She wasn't supposed to drop the title.
No.
I'm
No,
reading.
not till the New Year's Eve show. I think it is
New Year's Evil.
So somebody approached Shawn Michaels because he's pretty much the guy in charge of NXT. Somebody approached Shawn Michaels, showing him this website or information in regards to this website. It's called what? Fan site?
Now, let me be clear.
Is that what it's called?
Fans
Fan
time.
site?
It's a low rent OnlyFans.
Now, let me be clear about this. If this was 96, 97, Sean, he wouldn't have released her. He'd have been like, Mandy, can I be a part of it?
You make the rules and we'll break them.
I've had some Mandy days.
Oh, yeah. It says, let's see. It was on a site called, let's see. Where is it? Fan Time. Fan Time. And the page is still up, by the way. So she's released
pushing the page.
Huh?
She's pushing the page.
There was a meeting. And Matt Bloom brought to Shawn Michaels, told him some of the stuff that she's been putting on her subscription service. This is day of the pay-per-view, day of deadline, and told Shawn what was there. And Shawn's immediate thing was, we got to get the title off her immediately. Switched around the whole show, got the title off of her. They had advertised the match for January 10th. They might have done the title change. It would have been either January 10th or February 4th. I believe they were going to do the title change, that Perez was going to win that title. But they had to change it due to the subscription service. She said she's had the subscription service and it got popular and lucrative. She went further and further. And the feeling was that she way crossed the line. They believed that they had absolutely no choice but to get rid of her in that situation. They promised sponsors a cleaner product as far as who the people are. I also read that this was an issue with Mattel.
That
WWE
is
has an
the
agreement
sponsor.
with Mattel in regards to no nudity, no sex tapes and all that. All the stuff that we had in the late 90s,
Bro, Playboy, Sable.
they stay in the late 90s.
Different era. This is the
Different
PG
era. These companies don't give a shit. They don't want it.
So,
And
but this shit,
you got to cater to your sponsors.
but I get it. I get it in a sense, but this is also like 2023 almost, where this chick's making more on her fans' little page than she's making in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And I get all that, but like, bro, you can Google whatever you want to Google to see. Yo, she's showing like a half a nipple and like nothing crazy, but the fact that the WWE and NXT is trying to bury her so much that even Dan McMahon said that they're going to go back to the old NXT belts and get rid of the rainbow ones.
That has nothing to do with her.
I think it does, honestly.
No, it's just the color scheme has changed. So the rainbow
Because they're
no
going
longer
back
fit
to the black and gold. So they're
fit
going back to
era
the
of NXT.
Here's the thing too. I was hearing this a lot. Paige was still in the with the company after her sex tape. That was a leak though.
That was hacked.
You know, that
She
wasn't
got
it.
hacked.
She got hacked. It got released, and it's not something she was making money off of or putting it out herself.
with the
Now, was it
Mandy.
beautiful? Yeah.
With Mandy. So like when the wrestlers get demoted or not demoted, get sent to NXT, like Mandy Rose did, her pay from the main roster gets sliced down to the NXT.
What was she making? Do we know?
150,000.
150? Wow.
So she did. Now
As champion.
reports
150
say
grand?
that she was told to stop it and she said no.
She's probably making a fortune.
But this also hurts because, say, if Disney wants to buy WWE, this hurts them because you know how Disney is right now.
No, what I'm saying is for her, she's probably like, all right, fine.
For her, but WWE had to do it because because Disney's potentially a buyer.
Sure, and you know what? I get both sides. I don't fault WWE for letting her go. It's probably in her contract, you know, in some fine print or whatever that you listen. You
No.
can't be fucking.
I
Can't be doing this.
I think she could come back in like say like 6 to 8 months. You know, this gets a little.
She was Joey. She was making money on that.
I know.
shit, bro.
It could. She
She's not
could come.
blacklisted though. She's not
Yeah,
blacklisted.
she's not blacklisted. She could come
This
back.
has to
She
die
was
down.
making money on that
But you
shit,
got to
bro.
think like with the Disney, like say Disney wants to buy WWE. Now we know WWE is not going to come close to UFC numbers of 4 billion. WWE is not as profitable as UFC. If you think they're getting 4 million and above, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Disney is going to probably offer them between 2 to 3 billion at the most.
Which I still think's a lot, and that's a lot of it is because of the network.
It's the library.
It's the library.
But just think this, Disney and then ESPN. Imagine taking all that content off of Peacock and putting it on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
Doing that, you got to buy the pay-per-views through ESPN Plus, like with the UFC. So
Yep.
you don't get the pay-per-views for free. You got to have an
you gotta
ESPN
buy
Plus
'em.
subscription. Plus,
I
you
think
got to
still
buy the
gotta pay for the
pay-per-views.
pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yo, but
behind a
Doy's
paywall.
probably so right, bro. She was probably making $150K a month.
Hey, dude, but that's
A
I've done
month.
some research in this, bro. That's low rent because like the top like on the OF site, the top like 1%. Yo, some of those chicks are making like $1 million.
Well, now she can go to OF. She can go to OnlyFans now. She's free and clear.
If she wants to continue wrestling for WWE, at some point again, she can't. Because
Correct.
everyone that had one had to close their account.
I'm wondering if they approached her, Jones, and they said, Mandy, listen, we love you. We want to keep you here, but you got to drop all this shit.
They did. They did tell her.
did.
And then she said no, right? She said
They-
no.
Yes.
So that means she don't give a fuck about WWE. She's making a killing on this shit. Nope, is what it is. Good for both.
I mean, I don't fault both of them. She did what she felt
had to
was
do.
right. WWE felt what was right for their product. I mean,
Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, King. Thank you. Panetta says still waiting for that PTM OnlyFans. Listen, we're working out the logistics. of whose feet are going to be on screen. We're talking to Jones. We're trying to get both testicles in the camera shot. He says none. But we're offering maybe a higher percentage, maybe 10%, 12% of the total income of our OnlyFans to show both testicles.
Come on, Jones. I need ruthless aggression.
You know, it's time to put out, Jones.
In this day and age, I don't know if ruthless aggression will be tolerated.
Wakanda forever, babe. You know?
Gotta be a little bit more peaceful.
You know what I'm saying, bro? We need a little more Mandy from you. A little bit more Mandy. Mandy's acceptable here. Let's see. Can we all just agree that these performers are not independent contractors?
I agree with that. That language has always been an issue.
10% per testicle. Richard Simpson came up with a great solution. That's the 20%. That's a lot. We'd have to talk about that. $1,500 a picture from Jones. Now, Jones, I think you would take that. David Robbins, doesn't Disney own Pornhub or something like that? What? That's news to me. Is that true?
I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere down the back they own a company that owns it, but not directly.
I remember Disney. Remember those little clips in those Disney movies where they had like, it was on the cover of The Little Mermaid, the VHS edition, and at the top of the castle there was a drawing of a penis.
Oh, you're talking about the hidden imagery.
The hidden imagery, yes.
Sex in the Clouds.
Yeah.
Sex in the Clouds for Lion King.
Lion King. So as soon as I read that, I'm thinking of all those things. And I'm like, you know what? That ain't too far-fetched.
Different era. You
For
can get away
Disney
with a
and
lot more in the
Pornhub.
90s. The 80s and 90s, you could get away with a lot. Now, no.
And now here's the thing. The one thing with Riddle, you remember that? I remember it too, bro. Panetta says, I'd pay for Ethan's Classic Shields belt in explicit videos if he's down.
I'm looking this up right now.
You gotta see. You haven't seen it? You didn't see the penis on the cover? It's crazy.
Yo, check out the hidden. When you get bored, check out the hidden SpongeBob SquarePants imagery.
Is it at the top of the castle?
Yep. You see it, bro?
The gold.
They got the veins and everything.
Yeah, it's the gold dildo.
The man went all out. There's another one in Aladdin, I think it is. Was it Aladdin? Or no, Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
at the end, the priest, you see him get a little hard on real quick. His dick just plops out. It's weird. It's crazy. Yo, Disney was wild back then, bro.
What about
Disney
Riddle?
didn't give a fuck.
Little Riddle?
So Riddle, hopefully he gets his shit straight. Yo, I feel like ever since Randy Orton left, it's like his whole world fell apart. I think Randy Orton probably kept him in line.
You know, it's crazy, like, because he got released from the UFC because he got suspended for a failed marijuana test.
Yeah.
Now USADA, which UFC is sanctioned by the government, does not test for marijuana because it does not help you, perform better. So they don't test it for now. If Riddle did not get busted for those tests in the UFC, his record would have been 10-3 with 5 straight victories.
Really?
Yeah. But
I feel like he definitely has those highs and lows. He's one of those guys that you can't let too far off the leash. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm thinking that when he was with Randy kept a good close eye on him. They were doing great. They were making good television. They were champions, and then ever since this injury, you kind of saw Riddle just kind of fall flat.
yeah.
Just in general.
He can smoke weed all he wants. I don't know
He's
what it
going
got
through
busted
a lot
for.
right now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, with
Divorce
family
rate
stuff,
heavy
right?
on him, yeah. So that Seth Rollins thing was very close to home, and that
Probably
but
pushed
still,
him over
bro.
the edge. And
He's got to take care of his kids. He's got kids.
he got to take care of himself so he can
and
take
himself. So even if he goes to this, he might need a rehab.
He's
right?
in rehab. If
Get to this
they're-
rehab. He needs to be there as long as he can to get himself healed mentally.
He could come back
Emotionally.
by Rumble. That's a rumor.
What? So what's today? Today's
I guess count on 90 to 120 days, depending on his level
it's
of.
December 15th.
It's
I
6
don't
weeks.
know.
It's like the suspension. The second suspension is usually 6 weeks.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It depends on how deep he was. You know.
See,
How
and that's
deep
the
in
thing is,
shit
if
he
they
was.
if they really want him to get sober, you know, he can go to treatment for 60 days. Then there's sober living, and there's a lot of process to getting really sober. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they're just kind of just cranking him through the process.
And it's not like they really need him.
Yeah.
You know, they don't need Riddle.
Now I could see like him entering the Rumble and getting like eliminated like in like less than a minute, maybe.
Just squashing him in it. Just
It's
to
just
have-
like
yeah.
a little, you know, like hey, little slap on the ass.
So give him a payday, but embarrass him.
Put him back in rehab. What'd they do? They wrote him off television with an injury, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Solo Sikoa gave him the Umaga Samoan spike.
Simpson. He's such a dick.
Hey, if you do marijuana,
Such a dick.
marijuana. Go ahead, man. Shoot. I mean, I have no problem.
Thanks,
with
bro.
it.
Yeah, I got the new fade today.
Now the other things, I don't know. Hey, I got a haircut too. Hey.
We're at the fade. Yeah, so that's it on the docket, man. That's all we got. Who's playing football tonight?
Niners and Seahawks.
That's right. What's the score?
7-0 San Francisco.
What is
How'd they
it?
score?
7-0 San Francisco. Start of the second quarter.
Let's go, bro.
they
I'm
score.
cheering for San Fran for Ethan.
Hey, George Kittle got a touchdown for my fantasy.
I'm cheering for San Fran.
We win tonight. We clinch the division.
Clinch a division. You'll be clinching a playoff spot with us.
Yep.
Fly Eagles. We play the Bears on Sunday.
The Bears.
But listen, I don't put anything past anybody. Don't ever take a team lightly. I did that with the Washington Commanders, and look what happened. We lost.
Teams we ought to lose to.
I want to know who Facebook user is. I keep saying shipment 24/7 fucks.
Yeah,
Who's
who's
this?
playing that?
Yeah, we need a name.
That's got to be
Marabito.
Marabito,
Dude, click that StreamYard link.
because Nico was in there already. Yeah, I'm definitely down to play tonight.
I already
So-
unlocked the Crimea.
I got
fucking-
But we'll be here next Thursday. Guys, do me a favor. Like the video if you like the content. It's Marabito. Like the video for us. It really helps us out. Also, follow us on other social media platforms. We're on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You name it, we got it. We appreciate the engagement. Thanks for chilling with us every Thursday night. We appreciate everything you guys do, all the support, all the comments, and all the bullshit. We love y'all. We will see you next Thursday. Peace out, everybody.